Good morning to all of you. Welcome here this morning. And thank you very much for participating once again in making this video possible. I really appreciate each of your inputs and willingness to help. This is really going to be something big. I hope that we will reach many schools and help many schools in which bullying is a big problem in their schools. And in that way make a difference in children's lives and in schools operating well. Let's start. Let's introduce ourselves. Here are my left, name, and what role you are playing this morning.
My name is Tina, and I'll be the bully today.
Okay. And your name is?
My name is Benny. I'll be the victim today.
You're the victim today. Okay, great. And?
My name is Bianca, and I'm the head, the HOD at school.
Okay, so you're representing the school.
Yes.
Great. If I can just ask, just keep the voices up a bit so that we can hear the... very nice. I am the mediator today. And we have a situation at school. And the school has asked me to intervene through a process that we call Restorative Justice. It is a process in which, on the one hand, we empower victims, and on the other hand, make sure that justice also prevails. So we're going to try this process as an alternative to the punishment system that is usually used in schools to address a very big problem, namely bullying in schools. I want to ask each of you what it is you would like to see from the process. See it as a victim. What would you want to come out of this process?
I think for someone to become a bully, there's always something underlying from, maybe it could be from home or from school or wherever in the child's life. So I would like to see that being addressed, the background, to see where it's coming from and how it can be dealt with to make them see that what they're doing is not right.
Can you tell me perhaps how the bullying affected your life?
It made me have a low self-esteem all throughout my schooling life. I hardly had friends because I was always afraid, what if I become friendly and it turns out that person just wants to do something bad to me. So I always kept myself away from people.
Okay, so it affected your life very much, and you're very lonely at school, I presume.
Yes.
What would you like from the process, and how did you become a bully? How did that happen in your life? Why do you do it?
I do it because of I was bullied before, so I targeted my victim. I see that I can take out my anger on her. It's where it started. And at home, the background, the hitting, the beating, the fights at house, it angered me. So I was taking out to my victim.
Okay, so you were taking out your built-up anger
Yes.
on other people that are weaker than yourself.
Yes, because I couldn't control the situation at the house, in the house. So I could control.
Yeah. And you don't have any other skills to deal with that anger. You don't know how to deal.
I don't know how to deal with them.
Yeah.
I don't know. The more I try, the more I become more angry.
Okay. Okay. What would you like to see happen in this process?
I would love to have friends because of most of my friends, they are afraid of me. So have real friends that I can communicate with, talk, laugh with. and not do things forcefully towards them.
Okay.
So I would like the school to get me help, and even the situation at home.
Yes.
Yes, my parents to be involved even in my school
Okay.
things,
And they're not involved at the moment?
no, they're not.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. From the school side, I know you have a big stake in what's happening here. What would you like to see happen from this process?
Because bullying is a constant thing and we see it happening in all the students, it is very hard for teachers to reach out to students and to allow the students to feel at home with the people who bombard them with homework. And it would be nice from this process to have the children open up a bit, or if we could have moments or sessions with bullies or victims that we can see are isolated at school, so that we could just talk to them and for them to feel at home. I'd really like that the teachers also go through counseling themselves so that they're able to counsel students who are going through these processes, of which teachers sometimes don't know how to manage because we've never been taught how to, and not just implement punishment but ways to help them grow out of it.
Okay, that is quite interesting what you're putting on the table. It seems to me you're trying to say that the punishment system that is used is not working well.
At all, because most of the time teachers just put the students in a corner or just punish them even worse by giving them detention, which doesn't help them or uplift them or make them feel included, but rather isolated. And once a person is isolated, they feel even more angered
Yes.
instead of being appreciated and
Yes.
trying to find help. So there's no one to run to, as the victim has said. At home, she cannot open, she might not be able to open up at home because the parents might say, be strong and do it on your own. And as for the bully, she might not also have someone at home to lean on
Yeah.
because situations are bad. So the only people they can lean on is the people at school, the teachers at school. So the teachers need to be that parent who's able to care for their students.
Okay, thank you very much. I think all of you have heard. There is I get the sense that there is a willingness to work together to find a solution for what happened here. Okay. When you were bullied, what happened? What did the person do to you?
She would always come and look at my lunchbox and say, why is my food like that? Why do I always eat nice things? And always fight me there in the classroom or wherever I am.
So she wants to steal your food, take your food away from you?
Yes.
Does she do that?
Yes, sometimes she just grabs my lunchbox and eats my food.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel very small.
Small and hurt
Yes.
and powerless.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of, you made a suggestion just now that you would want to see a different approach in helping the person that is taking your food and bullying you. That is really commendable from you. I would have thought maybe you would want her to be expelled from school, but you have something else in mind. What is that something else that you would want to see happen?
I would like to see her get help. If it is food, maybe we can find a way to help her also have something like what I have, or we can share it nicely. I don't know.
Okay. And but she hurts you as well. It's not always just about the food, if I'm correct.
Yes.
How do we address those other problems, do you think?
Because sometimes maybe when I go and hide to eat my food, and when she comes, it's finished. So she will beat me, or she will make fun of me in front of everybody, because I sometimes can't see nicely in class. So she will make fun of me like that. And
Yes.
maybe if she would understand what is the problem I'm facing with my eyes, and maybe why I have to eat the food that I'm eating. Maybe she would understand why things are like that. And
She also spoke, you heard just now, that there's a lot of built-up anger in her. Do you think there are ways that you would like to see we address that anger, help her to deal with it better?
if someone can talk to her and show her, maybe if she's not seeing something nice happening at home, maybe she can visit someone over the weekend just to have a different view on life. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. You're helping us a lot. You heard now, she doesn't want to punish you. That's not what I heard. That is something great. She wants to see that you are helped and that the whole process is addressed. What do you think should happen to you? How should we punish you for what you have done? Must we do detention, or do you see other ways we can help you?
Because of, I think I'm good in life science, in life orientation, and she's struggling a little bit. Maybe I could help her with that. And maybe the school can send someone at home, my parents, to also help me, assist me in other things that I am not able to do them.
Okay.
And the fights at home, my parents, when they're fighting, they can help, and I will help her with life orientation because of she's struggling and I'm good at it. So I will help her.
Thank you very much. So you see helping her would be a fitting punishment for what you've done, because you're helping her to get better.
And also, it's my way of saying I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you really sorry what you have done?
I am sorry. I wasn't aware that I'm hating her that bad. And now he's always alone at school. It used to make me feel happy and in control. But now I see I'm wrong.
Okay. And that helps you also to see that you need help.
Yes, I agree. I also notice that I need help because of if she's with other kids, I can't. Other kids run away and she'll be alone. So it's not the life that I want.
Okay. From the school side, you've heard now the wonderful outcomes here is that she's prepared to share her bread willingly, without a confrontation. She wants to see that the one that is bullying her gets the help that is needed. How would the school want to approach it, hearing all of this?
I think first and foremost it's good that each one has acknowledged that there is bullying happening and there is a problem. Not all the time. It's very rare that we get to admit that we have a problem. So once the problem is realized, we're able to then step in and say, how else can we help you in a manner that is suitable for you, not according to what we think is right, but in a manner that will help you. Because in all cases, we do things as teachers or as the head of the school, we do things that we think is suitable for children, of which they feel is isolating and just hard for them. So it's such interactions that I do feel like the students have the chance to feel like they're noticed and that their problems will be addressed and monitored as well. We have to keep an eye. Yes.
So what I'm hearing is you are prepared from the school side to help both parties heal, get better. So if I as a mediator could make a suggestion perhaps, because the question was help me at home as well, but will the school be able to get a social worker to handle that problem, see what the situation is at school, so that we can work out ways of helping her to deal with the anger issues she has?
The school will most definitely even fund the process, because what we want to get out of this is students who work well together, who
Okay.
prosper. These are the next generation. They
Yeah.
will carry the country and the world at large. So helping them in their background allows us to also see that they're growing and improving in the things that they're going through. So yes, we shall.
Wonderful. And will the school be able to help with counseling for the two parties?
Yes, I think counseling should be done at school
Okay.
rather than at home, because we do not still know the circumstances that happen at home. So at school they feel a little bit more comfortable, but on their own, counseling separately. Yes.
Wonderful. Would that help you a lot?
Yes.
And then within that process, we can bring the two of you together in counseling so that you can learn each other better and help each other in the process. So would that be fine with you?
Yes, that will be fine.
Would it be fine with you that we send someone to your home, a social worker?
Yes, it will be fine. I'll be happy.
Okay, so we can address the problems there.
Yes.
And are you willing to go for counseling?
I am willing to go for counseling because I want to be a better person.
You are?
I want to change.
Okay. So what we're going to do then is, with the school's help, we're going to arrange that. But we also need to make sure that a repeat does not happen. Do you agree?
I agree.
And I heard something of that as well. Has to be monitored.
Yes.
So it will be monitored from the school side. What would happen if within the next 3 or 6 months a similar incident happens with her?
Normally, if such is the case, we'd go back and check the background of the house. That there could possibly be a repetition that could cause an outbreak from the bully. And if there is no other way of finding out, we'd come with the bully and ask, what is a different way of us helping you, and how can we then make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Okay, but if it repeats and repeats and repeats, somewhere you're going to draw the line, I presume.
Yes, it would be unfortunate that we'd have to implement measures of disciplinary hearing, but that wouldn't help the student because they'd feel like they're just being chased away. So we'd isolate, but in a manner of still instilling unity.
So I think you hear that when you're going to continue on this way, and within the next 6 months still do this, the school is going to take disciplinary action. Is that fine with you?
Yes, it's fine.
Thank you very much. So we've got a solution here. We're going to help the parties, and thanks for the school being lenient enough for us to be able to make the victim a survivor and help the perpetrator to become a constructive member of the school. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.